Welcome back, my legends. Is Scion. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about free-to-play. Because last video I talked about the pay-to-win aspect, so this video is only fair I talk about the free-to-play. Alright, so free-to-play in this game is actually really easy, and you saw I had a few comments where people were saying, hey, you know, it's not pay-to-win because you can progress really easily and not spend anything. Now, like with most games, like I always preach that you have to have patience. If you do not have patience, then this game is just like all the rest, and you're going to be behind, and like, you know, you just probably never catch up if you don't have patience. Now, there is a wall in this game, and right now, you can kind of catch up to the pay to win, but the pay to win is going to have such a large advantage over resources and actually having cards that's going to be really hard as free to play. And let me explain my reasoning behind that. If you're pay to win, you can probably spam out and have any team you want with this stuff right here, and pretty much have a team with all their skills. You're even going to have extra cards because you cannot hold a whole bunch of cards in this game. What ends up happening, let's go to Shinobi and Ninja card list. You see, like, I'm at almost the max right now. You can't really hold a bunch of cards, and not every card is always going to be a card that you need. So what you have to start doing is you either have to start selling the cards, or you have to start enhancing cards. Like all these 10-10 cards right here, I'll start enhancing them into one 10-10 card if I have enough. You don't want to overly enhance, because I saw one person do a guide and they literally, like, they left themselves with like, I think like 4 cards because they enhanced all their character. Like, I believe they had a whole bunch of Hinata cards, which is like, how the hell did you do that? So they obviously paid to win on that, because I haven't seen anybody. I've watched plenty of people like FG, Shiny, and everybody else who's doing videos on, and I've never seen anybody have a whole bunch of Hinata cards. So he had to have swiped that credit card hard to actually do that. But he left himself with 4 Hinata cards, and I was like, that kind of don't make any sense. Like, you get more benefit from the character cards actually being in the deck. So even if they're not all maxed or whatever else like that, it's a more benefit of actually having the character cards over like any old card. So I didn't understand why he actually did that. So don't do that. If you have like an abundance of overcards, like I have a whole bunch of 10-10 cards, once they start getting to the point where it's like 13, 14, 10-10 cards, then shrink that down a little bit into 10 all over again and keep doing it like that. But just always keep character cards because it's more beneficial that way. Most of you should have Sarada like that, because we have a lot of Sarada cards because that's the login reward. So you should have probably have like over like 13 or 14 Sarada cards. Start condensing them down and like level up one individual card. Like I have, which one is it? I'll show you guys now. Like these, like you see like that. Like I'm gonna take these out of Sasuke when I get more Sasuke cards, but I don't have more Sasuke cards, so I just left Sarada in there. Once I get more Sasuke cards, then I'll take these 2 out and then condense them into the Sarada cards. So yeah, it's pretty much how you roll with that. Now overall, what you want to do as a free-to-play player is never use your Shinoites on anything in your base or in your town. They always go to summoning. Always. And how you farm them is a very limited amount. You don't have infinite amounts of Shinobites to actually get, but majority of the time they come from doing rewards right here. So you got 5 right here, 15 right here, 30 right here, and then this one, which I haven't completed yet, yeah, 50 right here. Because people have asked me, like, if you're not really topping up, where you getting your Shinobites? This is where I get them every day. I try to make sure I at least get the Shinobites, even if I can't get the, you know, the win within 120 seconds right there. I definitely want to make sure that I get these Shinobites. Every mission, just aim for the Shinobites. If you don't get anything else, now usually the first or the second one, so it's not impossible to actually do that. Now, free actual tickets, if you notice, let me see if they're all right here. It's probably just in advanced. But no, there is some in intermediate. See these tickets right here? These are extra tries at summoning, so you definitely want to try to get those. They usually are never in the third level or third tier of it, so don't worry about that. You see right here in advance, it's not in advance, so let's go to clear. It's definitely in clear. You get it right there. So that's extra summons for you guys who are free to play. If you go into story, there's some in story, so definitely don't ignore story. See, there's one right there. I don't think it's all of them though. It may just be stage 3 or the higher orders, if I remember correctly. Yep, there's one right there. There's one right there. And again, you always want to make sure that you get all of these stars because it's just free stuff. See more Shino bites for you guys to pick up. Now the events, you want to do your best in the events. I know sometimes it might be a little bit hard because you're a little bit behind, but again, you see you get Shino bites there. And it's just for those you free to play guys who are farming. You also want to try to worry about getting your skill points right there so you can upgrade your skills in your character. Same thing right here. Now you see, I should have been did this, but I'm kind of like uninterested right now. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get some people in, and basically all you really need to do is win within 80 seconds with this, which is probably possible. Definitely possible. I'm just not really trying to do it. And you want to make sure that anything that's on the cooldown, any of these events, you see, I only have 4 hours to mess around with this, so I'm gonna try to do this in these 4 hours and get that final skill points. Anything that is like this, like you see these, like they have like 1 day left and all that type of stuff, make sure that you max these characters as much as possible right here. Right here you see I use Kakashi and Suzune, so I'm pretty much farming and maxing them as much as I can right there because I used them, and then I use Konohamaru as one of my base people. So maxing all of them is pretty easy. Just go in and just max. You can just like auto spam it. Sakura. Now I don't use any of these characters. I do use Sarada in my base, but I don't really use any of the rest of these. I do want to use Sakura because she has an attack buff, which would be good if we get any type of DPS or type of boss fights, which will probably happen in the future. So I kind of wanted to do that, but she's going to be the odd person out because I was using most of my stuff for Kakashi's and Guys. So I'm probably not going to do her, but if you guys don't care, or if you spammed out Guys already, you don't care about Guy anymore, just spam these two out, and again, you just want to farm correctly. Now let me do this. What you want to do also as a free to play player is you want to dedicate early. I say this in all these games because not dedicating early costs you money when you have to keep, or if time, or making you have to start your account over. You want to dedicate who you're going to go with right away. So I knew that I was going to mess around and get Naruto and Kakashi. I'm using Suzune because I just haven't had any luck with Sakura, so Suzune is just going to be the odd person in. Now Sasuke, I haven't gotten any luck with Sasuke, but he's just there as a default right now. So the next character up, it could be anybody that would get there that gets put in a good position. Guy, I didn't get any luck with Guy, so I'm kind of uninterested. So I'm gonna try to get Guy to 4-star and just leave him right there. I could probably farm it out a little bit more, but I'm kind of not that interested in Guy because Guy, I don't like the characters that run up and don't have much range. His ultimate is range, and like he can cover ground and he's fast for no reason, but I just don't like that. I actually think Sarada works a little bit better for that because she has range attacks, as you see right here. So she might be the character that I actually replace Sasuke with. I know you're probably like, that's crazy, but I don't have her ultimate. But she might be overall better for me right now to use than Sasuke because I have her 3 attacks and they're all range. So she doesn't necessarily end up in any type of trouble. But as you can see, I only have her at 1 star. So she's sitting there right now until I can farm her a little bit better as far as her parts. She's not up right now to be farmable. And then you have the other characters here. So pretty much whoever you get the most luck on, you should probably try to concentrate on. And that'll be like your core. I know there's probably characters that you guys may or necessarily want to go after, but this game is a little bit hard when it comes to that. You can't necessarily do that unless you get luck in summoning. You can throw them out there at like 4 and 5 and 6 stars if you get that high in your base, but they won't have any skills because you don't have any of the summons. You can, if you spam it out though, as a pay-to-win player and you just have like all the skills, then, you know, power to you. But we're talking about free-to-play right now and the best way to go about winning. That's your best bet when it comes to that. Balance-wise, as far as your cars that you want to level and everything else, you want to keep in mind that you don't have infinite amounts of your currency right here, your blue currency right here, and you also want to go into, let me go back. You also want to make sure that you pay attention to actually leveling your base parts. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, to kind of alleviate this a little bit, you should be spamming out PvP, which is something that I'm pretty bad at doing. I'll usually always forget. I just come in and use like all of my stamina and then forget all about my PvP. But spamming out your PvP and actually winning in PvP and learning how to do that properly will give you an okay amount on your blue currency. Spamming also and special missions like your team battles right here, they actually do give you a lot for this. It's actually worth your time to do a team battle. And we'll just go in. Let's see if I can find something good and the game not crash. Alright. So okay. So somebody just left. Alright, so I decided to go into PvP instead because for whatever reason team mission just wasn't working. And I really don't have patience for all that right now. Alright, so let's go in. I mean, you may have a better experience than I do with team mission, but majority of the time, people leave, or like people be looking like for certain teams, and I'm like, bro, what? Alright. You here? You're not here. He's like hardly ever there now. Kinda sucks. I'll be happy when I get to a higher level too, because people have different bases. And the different bases will actually be cool overall because actually, I don't want him to like be super in. Why am I stuck? Alright, I got rid of him. Different bases allow you to have like just a different outlook and different like type of fights that you can go into and actually do. Do I have to control this? I think I'm gonna have to control this. He's just like standing there for some reason. Alright, where we go now? This way. Computer's being silly. It's Boruto. Boruto's out there. Guys. When you have a base, you gotta put strong people in it. There's no reason in this person's base that I should, like, look at Sarada. Sarada's kind of good. And he spams it. Like, it hardly even takes any of her chakra. Like, guys, you really have to have a strong character. Like, that person right there, it was somewhat of a strong character, but they could have did better than that. Alright, so we're all done. Yep. Same thing I always do, run around them. Let them come in. Alright. What we're gonna do, we'll get rid of these two. Alright, we got rid of one. Alright, Sasuke's after me now. Alright, Shino came in to move closer. I'm gonna get away from that. I need you to stop it. while they take out Shino and Sasuke. This is a good fight. I like this. Alright, he's down. He's down. This is a good fight. Alright. Now that was a good fight and a good example of a team at the end. Now he had two people who were range and two people who were close, and that caused me to only kill one of their characters with my Rasengan, which is like, you know, that's a good strat right there. Ultimately, like, you know, I just kind of like focused and still ran around and did the same thing anyway, but it was a good strat right there. So as a free-to-play, that's something you can do. You probably screw people because a lot of people, the AI is going to fight everybody in the front, and if they're strong enough to handle it in the front, then you just straight up kill them. Now, they got to do something with team battle, because I tried 3 times. You guys didn't see it because I edited it out, but I tried 3 times, and all 3 times we ended up with just 2 people. And that's just not good. They got to do something with team battle. They're like the disconnects, and it just has to be better than that, because you just end up there's almost like no reason to do it if that's going to keep happening. So I don't know. I'm gonna try again later, but I'm not gonna waste anybody else's time right now. That's all I got for you guys today. I don't think I have anything else left to say except for what's gonna happen when this stuff resets tomorrow, so we'll see, and then I'll come back and talk about that. But I'll catch you guys next video. Peace and have a good weekend.